What's up, guys? I hope you're having a great day today. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining, and I hope you join in for quick financial updates in the future as well. Today, I just want to talk about three things really quickly. First, why stimulus checks are even given. Second, who really needs the money. Third, future outlook of whether we will or will not receive another stimulus check. Now, every other financial YouTuber out there is saying to you that you will receive a second stimulus check. I'm not one of those YouTubers. I'm not just going to tell you that you'll receive a second stimulus check, but I'll explain to you why we receive stimulus checks. Stimulus checks are given to us in order to help us put that money back into the economy and stimulate the economy to grow again. That's the idea of a stimulus check. And when the economy grows again, when businesses get more revenue, that helps them to be able to hire on more people and for unemployment to go down. That's the idea of a stimulus check. The problem with this is that nobody really knows what stimulus checks are going to do, whether it's going to work or not. Back in 2008 to 2010, they did several studies, and it was a total mixture of whether it worked or didn't work. Because what happened was all the way through 2010, unemployment was averaging 27 weeks. So this means that it would be a good 8 months until we're gonna know really how bad the unemployment is this time around. This is because it's easy to throw out numbers and say there's 30 million people unemployed, but in reality, how long are they going to be unemployed? Are they going to be unemployed for 3 weeks, for 2 months, for 8 months like before? How long are they going to be unemployed? That's the true question behind it all. Number two, who really needs the money? Does every American across the board need $2,000? Does every person who makes under $75,000 to $100,000 need money? No. There's several people out there. The majority of people out there are making money and making the same amount of money as they were before. Now, I have a family of 11 brothers and sisters. Out of all 12 of us, only one has been affected and lost their job due to the coronavirus going on right now. And she is a hairstylist, and so once all the stay-at-home orders are lifted in the States, she'll be able to go back to work, and she'll be busier than she ever was before for a while because nobody's gotten their hair done for the last month. And so she'll have more work than she's ever had. But right now it's difficult for her, and right now she could use that help of a supplemental income for being unemployed. And so the people who really need the money are those who are unemployed. Those people are the ones who don't have the money to spend right now, who don't have the money to pay their bills, to buy food. And that's not the majority of the people out there. It's 1 in 5, which is ridiculously high. That's a ton of people, but it's not the majority. And so sending a blanket payment of $2,000 to every American isn't the answer to help the people who are unemployed. Now, another thing to think about is how much the 30 million people who are unemployed is an inflated number. Because currently, with states giving unemployment and then the federal government giving another $600 of unemployment, this provides people with a ton of money. So if you lose your job, if you get laid off, furloughed, anything like that, and you are getting unemployment, you aren't motivated to go back and get another job because you're making more money off of unemployment. Now, given this isn't everybody, there are some people who have lost their jobs who aren't making more money. But there also are some people who are making more money from unemployment. So this 30 million is an inflated number. And once the federal government stops giving that $600 of unemployment to help boost those who are unemployed, then we'll see people starting to go back to work, get more jobs. And that will happen as the states open back up. So lastly, will there be a second stimulus check? There's no reason for another stimulus check at this point. The Congress, the government can just sit there and wait to see what'll happen as states open back up, right? Like I said, there's 30 million people unemployed. Most of those people who are unemployed because companies didn't need them when these companies didn't have as much traffic. But once states open back up and people are going back to these, whatever they are, amusement parks, zoos, restaurants again, getting their hair cut again, that is when these people are going to need to be back in the workforce. And so why would government hand out more money when they can just wait and see how many people are going to go back to work? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people in need. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there who need money right now. I totally understand that there's 30 million people who are without work and without a paycheck and don't know where their next meal might come from. And that is a tough place to be in, a place that I don't know that I can fully understand and comprehend, but I do know that the government will help those people and that those people will receive the help. And I've said that from the very beginning. I said the government will help the unemployed and the businesses that need help. And what are we seeing? The government continues to give funding for unemployment and supporting people who are unemployed, and the feds are continuing to back businesses and help businesses to not fail and not go bankrupt. Now, everybody is mad that corporations are receiving these federally backed loans and this help from the feds. Everybody says, well, these huge corporations should be able to run a month or two without revenue. Like, they should know there are going to be bad times. Shouldn't you and I know that there are going to be bad times? Shouldn't we all know that there are going to be bad times? Why is it then that the majority, literally majority of people don't have enough money to cover the bills for 1 month? We can't get mad at a corporation for doing the same thing that we're doing. Now, if you're one of the few who has money to cover your expenses for a couple of months, more power to you. So make sure that you are willing to have money saved up and backing your bills for a couple months before you get mad at a corporation. So to close, why would Congress give a second stimulus check if they do end up giving one? For popularity. I've said from the very beginning that there won't be another stimulus check, but if there is one, it's so that they win popularity. There's huge elections coming up, and with those elections, they want your vote. That's fine, but I'm saying there shouldn't be another stimulus check, just blanket across everybody. If anything, there needs to be help for the unemployed who need the help, and for those businesses that are failing because they can't get business because people are staying at home. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this, please share it with somebody who you know and click the like button. It helps the channel out tremendously, and it helps it get pushed to a larger audience so that more people can view these videos. There'll be more news on this next week. At the beginning of the week, Congress is set to meet back again and to discuss these items. And so next week there will be brand new news about this, and I'll be sure to cover that for you guys. Now, I realize that this isn't a popular opinion, so I understand if this video gets disliked a bunch.